So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. All right, so listen, the next video we getting into, man, these mysteries that are happening in the sky. This video here is passenger filmed a flying UFO, and then this happened. Let's check it out.
Life can be pretty unexpected sometimes. One moment you're looking out of the car window, making up scenarios in your head, and the next thing you know, you're looking at strange lights in the distance that oddly resemble UFOs in alien movies. From UFOs to the most bizarre things on the road, here are the 20 most shocking things caught by passengers. Number 20. Possible UFO over NYC. On March 25, 2024, Michelle Reyes, a passenger aboard a commercial flight, captured what appeared to be a cylindrical object soaring through the sky. Even from afar, Michelle could tell that what she was looking at wasn't an ordinary aircraft. Michelle managed to capture footage of this mysterious flying cylinder from her airplane window. Needless to say, the clip quickly went viral because of how bizarre it looked. If you saw something like this while you were on a plane, what do you think you'd do? For Michelle, she decided that taking a video of this cylinder was the first thing she should do. Her next instinct was to contact the FAA, concerned that the object could be a potential safety hazard. After all, who wouldn't be alarmed after seeing a bizarre flying object while you're hundreds of feet up in the air? What's more bizarre was the fact that no official reports from pilots or air traffic control have confirmed the presence of this enigmatic object. The video shows the cylinder moving at a high speed, its smooth metallic surface reflecting the sunlight, making it stand out starkly against the blue sky. Some people noted that the bizarre object didn't resemble a drone or any conventional aircraft, which befuddled people even more. Do you have any theories as to what this might be? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now. Number 19. Strange lights in Oahu. There's a reason why a lot of people are creeped out when they wake up at around 3 a.m. In pop culture, this is the time when paranormal entities can do their bidding. However, for Mashhate, ghosts were the...
Yeah, is it 3 a.m. or 2 a.m.? I used to know which one is witching hour. Is it 3? I want to say it's 3. I'm not sure. Y'all put it in the comment section if you know, but I know that's around the time of witching hour. I learned that watching those paranormal videos, bro.
The least of his worries when he woke up on a seemingly ordinary night. The clock read 2:30 a.m., and he went to get a glass of water when he saw something extraordinary from his window. Bright lights dancing in the sky, seemingly suspended over either Central or West Oahu. Mash quickly grabbed his camera and captured this mysterious phenomenon on video. Several people who were out on the road that late hour also claimed seeing the lights. The footage shows up to 10 bright orbs of light moving in a pattern. Just when it seemed like it couldn't get any stranger, a third, even brighter light appeared out of nowhere. These lights were so unusual that they prompted several calls to local news stations. The Federal Aviation Administration, or FAA, however, later claimed that they had no reports of unusual activity in the area at that time. This lack of explanation has led to various theories, ranging from military flares to extraterrestrial visitors. However, no military exercises were reported in the area, leaving the origin of these lights a complete mystery. Well, that's another alleged UFO sighting left unexplained. Number 18. Shapeshifting UFO. In 2022, a concerned citizen captured this bizarre flying object. From afar, it almost looked like a cloud, but later on, it transformed from a disc-like shape to an elongated tube. It continued to stretch until it formed an almost cylindrical shape. Now, I don't know about you, but seeing this in the sky would definitely make alarm bells ring in my head. It looked like a cloud initially, but it took several seconds to confirm it was something else. It's possible that it was just a balloon. However, there are also other claims that it might be a parachute from afar. Others expressed that this was one of the best...
Wait a minute, a what? That looks like a parachute to y'all. Come on now. If that's a parachute, I need glasses badly, because I don't see it. And shape-shifting the way it is, I don't see it. I don't see it. Y'all let me know if y'all think that looks like a parachute and I'm tripping.
best UFO clips that they had seen so far, and I'd have to agree. I can't form any logical explanation behind this bizarre shape-shifting object, so if you have any theories, feel free to share them in the comments down below. Number 17. UFO over Santi Barn. On May 7, 2013, Ellen Henry passed by the Edgemoor barn, where she took several photos for a project. While doing so, she accidentally captured something extraordinary, an unidentified flying object hovering right above the barn. Now, if you're already familiar with the Edgemoor barn, it's likely that you already know about its reputation. Built in 1913, this structure has served various purposes over the years, including as a hospital facility. It's now a museum and has a reputation for paranormal sightings. However, it seems like ghosts aren't the only entities lurking around the barn's vicinity. Instead of a ghost, Ellen spotted a UFO. It was a round or oval object with no visible wings, rudders, or propellers, making it difficult to classify as any known aircraft or drone. The mystery doesn't end here. After taking a photo of the said UFO, Ellen's camera just stopped working, and she had to wait until she got home to load the pictures onto her computer, where she confirmed that she had indeed captured something unusual. Nearby airports, including Gillespie Field and MCAS Miramar, reported no aircraft matching the description of the UFO at the time of the sighting. This incident has led to various speculations. Some suggest that it could be a drone, but as Ellen pointed out, even the most advanced drones have some form of visible wings or propellers. The fact that the object was completely silent and stationary in the sky makes this theory less convincing. To this day, 11 years after this photo was captured, the explanation behind this UFO continues to elude us. Number 16. Unknown Flyer. In March 2018, Kerry was on a plane bound for Turkey when he spotted something flying over the Aegean Sea. Looking out the plane window, he saw something dark breaking through the sea clouds. It seemed like it was heading straight toward the right until it suddenly changed angle and direction. It looked like a dark flying object leaving a trail behind it, but it didn't look like a human-made aircraft, at least to most people, including me. A pilot, however...
It also looked like half of a UFO sticking out of a cloud. Did anybody else look at it like that? Like it was poking out, like it didn't know it was poking out? Yo, this stuff is weird, man, to see some of this stuff. It's weird. Very weird. Because it plays with all of these theories and conspiracy theories that we have in our brain.
Claimed that this UFO might just be another aircraft that reached a higher altitude than the plane Kerry was on. He also clarified that although it looked weird, the contrails behind the said aircraft weren't anything completely out of the ordinary. The bizarre way it changed direction was simply an illusion caused by the two aircraft moving past each other at different speeds and altitudes. The dark smoke? It was likely that the aircraft was simply old and had poorer combustion. Others, however, continued to speculate about this UFO being something out of this world. Number 15. Hot Pink UFO. This year, on a routine flight from Luton, England to Chamonix, Poland, 36-year-old Denisa Tanase, a flight attendant with Wizz Air, experienced something extraordinary. While capturing the breathtaking night sky through the airplane window, Denisa recorded a series of 4 unusually shaped pink orbs, hot pink orbs. These orbs appeared to be moving independently, distinctly separated from the cityscape below. At first, Denisa thought the pink hue might be a reflection of her uniform, but this wasn't the case. What's bizarre is that despite being thousands of feet in the air, there was no turbulence, and the pilot had no knowledge of any objects nearby. The video shows these orbs flashing vividly against the dark sky, making it clear they were something out of the ordinary. Rather than being afraid, however, Denisa was quite thrilled upon seeing a UFO. It looks like a bunch of drones to me, but I don't think drones meant for recreation are allowed in this airspace. Denisa's family is convinced that she spotted an aircraft carrying extraterrestrial life forms, and other people online seem to support this idea. But what do you guys think? Would aliens really ride such an eye-catching aircraft here on our planet? I don't think that adds up. The hot pink color just makes this video all the more baffling. Enough about UFOs for a while, and let's take a look at more mundane but still shocking things seen by passengers and drivers all over the world. Number 14. Trippy Tunnel. Driving at night can be a challenge. It's darker, and with everyone having incredibly strong LED headlights, you get flashed by cars heading in the opposite direction every half a minute. There's also the fact that everything just seems more trippy. Just take a look at this driver. He stopped in front of a tunnel, afraid to drive further after seeing this pit? It looked like there was a massive hole on the left side of the road. Another car passed by him and decelerated before moving forward, avoiding the said pit. After that, another car comes in, and the situation becomes clearer, and I dare say funnier. It turned out that the cliff the man was scared of was actually a puddle of water. I can't say I blame the man, though. After all, the said puddle does...
Hey, that's the true definition of your mind and playing tricks on you, illusions. You start thinking something wrong. Am I high? You start saying to yourself, am I high? I don't think I ain't had nothing today. I ain't high. I ain't been drinking. What is wrong with me? And then somebody drive past and the water just, oh man. I've seen that clip before. That's why I was already laughing, but I didn't want to spoil it for anybody who hadn't seen it. But fam,
does look like a hole at the side of the road. If I were in his shoes, I would have done a double take as well. Number 13. Otters on the loose. On April 17, 2024, as Mehdi, a passenger aboard a Singapore Airlines flight bound for Vietnam, looked out of his window and probably thought he was seeing things. After all, there was no way a family of otters would be at the airport, right? It turned out that although it sounds impossible, otters can end up in airports. That's exactly what Mehdi captured. There, he saw a group of at least 6 otters playfully trotting along the tarmac. Needless to say, the passengers were all quite amused by what they saw. It seemed that these smooth-coated otters, common in Singapore's rivers and reservoirs, decided to explore the bustling airport. This playful incursion was a delightful distraction for passengers during the boarding process. However, airport staff quickly took action to ensure both the safety of the otters and the smooth operation of airport activities. Ground staff gently guided the otters away from the aircraft and towards a nearby canal, ensuring there was no disruption to flight schedules. If you're from Singapore or were always caught up in the news back in 2017, you might even recall a similar incident when a family of otters made their way onto the airport grounds during a heavy downpour. For this reason, the airport's wildlife management team is always on the lookout for such occurrences, ready to handle them with care and efficiency. Well, this is definitely an airport incident I'd like to experience. Number 12. Goat on a car. Yes, you're looking at a goat on top of a car in Greece. I don't know just how this goat managed to climb up the slippery exterior of the car, but the fella somehow managed. The reward is, of course, some tasty leaves he otherwise wouldn't be able to taste without the car that's just so conveniently parked beneath this tree.
I was about to say, if you ask me, he seemed pretty smart to me, highly intelligent. Use that car to get what he want.
I just hope the car didn't get any scratches. Number 11. Moose alert. As someone who has never seen how large a moose is, I'm quite floored by this clip. While driving in Alaska, several people have seen this majestic creature walking in the middle of the road. For people who have seen moose before, this is probably nothing out of the ordinary. Seeing this creature walking beside cars, however, made me realize just how gigantic these creatures are. However, not all moose are this big. Moose vary significantly in size depending on their subspecies and geographic location. The largest of them all is the Alaska moose, which is the one you're seeing in this clip. These creatures roam across Alaska and the western Yukon. They can stand nearly 7 feet tall at the shoulder and weigh between 1,200 to 1,600 pounds. The record for the heaviest moose ever recorded was an Alaskan bull that tipped the scales at 1,808 pounds and stood 7.6 feet tall at the shoulder. In comparison, the Shiras moose, found in the Rocky Mountains and the western United States, is the smallest North American subspecies.
Bro, you hit one of them, your car is total. Like, your injuries might be really, really bad too, even fatal. You hit him at a speed of probably 60 will probably do it hitting him, bro. Look at how massive that fool is. Like, yeah. You may be done for you hit him at full speed.
Despite being the smallest, Shiras moose can still reach impressive sizes, with bulls weighing up to 1,200 pounds and standing around 6 feet tall at the shoulder. Now, although these creatures are herbivores, they're no gentle giants when they're mad. Those familiar with them know better than to provoke them when they see them walking on the freeway. Number 10. Why did the ducks cross the road? This clip might not have been captured by passengers, but it's among the most heart-stopping things you'd see on the highway. You're looking at a family of ducks trying to cross the road. Needless to say, it's anxiety-inducing to see this clip. Cars follow a speed limit on the highway, and with how tiny the ducks are, it's quite hard to see them. It's also incredibly dangerous to suddenly stop in the middle of the highway without warning. That's why we really can't blame these drivers for not stopping for the ducks. One wrong move, and it could endanger not only the animals, but also the drivers around them. Luckily, everything worked out at the end of the day. The duck family crossed the road, and no car crash occurred. That's a win. Number 9. Runaway Tire. If you see a loose tire on the road, you might want to pull over safely if you get the chance to, or try to keep as much distance away from it as you can. This passenger captured a loose tire rolling down the highway. A runaway tire occurs when a tire detaches from a vehicle while in motion. This can happen due to a variety of reasons, including mechanical failure, improper maintenance, or manufacturing defects.
Listen, if you don't take anything else from me, listen. If you see them tires come off somebody's vehicle, if you can slow down and stop without somebody behind you hitting you and you getting in a wreck and you causing a pile up, if you can safely pull over and stop, bro. Stop. Because those jokers there can do damage. And when I say damage, I mean damage. I don't know if y'all have seen a video, look it up, where the person was driving down the interstate and their a tire came from somewhere and it rolled up under their car and they going at their speed. And when it came up under their car, it sent that thing high into the air, skyrocketed into the air. Like, it was, oh my God. When I seen that, that's one of the things that be in the back of my mind now when I'm driving. I'm telling you.
When a tire comes loose at high speeds, it can bounce unpredictably and cause catastrophic accidents. These tires can easily reach speeds of over 60 miles per hour, which means they're as dangerous as unmanned vehicles. So if you're going on a road trip, make sure that none of your wheels are loose to ensure not only your safety, but others as well. Number 8. Truck on the ramp. This driver just captured the moment when a truck decided to take the runway truck ramp. Runaway truck ramps, also known as escape ramps or emergency ramps, are basically lanes that are placed along steep downhill sections of highways. Their primary function is to provide a safe area for out-of-control trucks to come to a stop, especially when the brakes fail. These ramps use a combination of incline, friction, and loose materials like gravel or sand to decelerate and halt the vehicle safely. With a steep incline and soft materials, the wheels of large vehicles would sink further, helping the vehicle stop. The presence of these ramps has significantly reduced the number of accidents involving heavy trucks on steep descents. Take this incident, for instance. If the ramp wasn't present, who knows what would have happened? Number 7. Tiger chase. This clip went viral a few years ago. Understandably so. In this video, 2 men were on a motorcycle on what seemed like a road surrounded by trees. Out of nowhere, a ferocious tiger showed up and began chasing the two. Fortunately, the predator didn't pursue the 2 men any further and simply retreated. Now, for some context. It turned out that these 2 men were actually 2 Forest Department officials in Kerala, India. They were patrolling the Matunga Wildlife Sanctuary on a motorcycle when the fully grown Bengal tiger emerged from the dense forest and gave chase. The brief yet intense clip shows the tiger sprinting towards the motorcycle, coming alarmingly close before retreating into the forest. If the tiger really wanted to, it could have easily caught up to the 2 men. Bengal tigers, known for their power and agility, can reach speeds up to 40 miles per hour in short bursts and can leap forward up to 30 feet in a single bound. This incredible speed and agility make encounters with these magnificent predators extremely dangerous, especially in open or unprotected settings, just like this one.
So he gotta be deadly and be able to run 40 miles an hour? Why? Why he got to be able to run 40 miles an hour? Why was he given? Like, no, man, that fact that I can't even outrun him now. He can run 40 miles an hour. That's just, come on, man. They tipped the scales when they made this joke.
Tigers are also territorial animals, which explains the behavior of this particular Bengal. The officials involved were fortunate to escape unharmed, but if a similar incident were to occur, the next victims might not be as lucky. Despite this clip, Bengal tigers continue to be protected. You see, these creatures are endangered. That's why conservation missions are focused on protecting their habitats and reducing human-wildlife contact. Number 6. That's a fridge. You're looking at a motorcycle carrying a refrigerator that's probably heavier and definitely longer than the said vehicle. Need I say more? Seeing this on the road is quite amusing, but I'm not gonna lie. This also seems to be a complete hazard. Number 5. Open the door. Lions are incredible creatures. There's a reason why they're known as the king of the jungle after all. Although I have to say that this title is wrong because lions live in the plains and savannas of Africa rather than the jungle. I digress. Lions live in groups called prides, which typically consists of several related females, their cubs, and a small number of adult males. Male lions can weigh up to 500 pounds, while females can weigh around 300 pounds. These apex predators are built for strength and agility, capable of running at speeds of up to 50 miles in short distances and leaping up to 36 feet in a single bound. If you get targeted by a group of lionesses alone in the wild with nothing on you, it's safe to say that your chances of survival are low. That's why if you ever plan on visiting a national park or a reserve, you should always lock your car doors, where this might happen. In this clip, a lioness was filmed effortlessly opening a car door with her mouth during a safari in South Africa. The video shows the lioness approaching the vehicle and deftly pulling the door handle, much to the shock of the occupants, who quickly closed and locked the door afterward. You see, just like house cats, lions are pretty curious animals. I'm no lion expert, but it seemed like the lioness in this video opened the door just because, and not because it wanted to attack the passengers. That doesn't mean it wouldn't attack. Wild animals are wild animals after all, and they can be pretty unpredictable. In their domain, it's best for humans to be careful. What's more, we're the ones disturbing their habitat, so we should visit and observe them carefully and respectfully. With that being said, if you have any memorable safari experiences you'd like to share, feel free to do so in the comments down below. Number 4. Mattress on top. Desperation is the mother of invention. That's how the saying goes. However, this is definitely not something you should do. This is the type of invention that could get you in trouble. A passenger posted this clip showing a car with a mattress tied on top of it. Now, I understand that in today's economy, renting a bigger vehicle will definitely hurt your wallet. However, doing this...
I have no comment on it because I've done some craziness just like that. So, hey, man, I'm not judging you, bro. I can't. There's no possible way I can.
Will also possibly endanger not only yourself, but others on the road. You can see that this mattress isn't tied as securely as the owners wished. It keeps flopping because of the wind, and the only thing keeping it attached to the vehicle is a rope that's tied to the car roof through the slightly open car windows. I really wouldn't dare drive beside or behind this person. I wouldn't want that mattress breaking into my windshield while I'm driving at 40 miles per hour. That's a recipe for disaster. Number 3. Fleet of UFOs. Between 2014 and 2015, several U.S. Navy pilots reported seeing a fleet of UFOs following their aircraft during training missions along the southeastern coast of the United States. Between these years, pilots stationed on the aircraft carrier USS Theodore Roosevelt experienced numerous sightings of unidentified aerial phenomena. These encounters occurred during flights from Virginia to Florida, and even continued when their carrier was deployed to the Arabian Gulf. One of the pilots, named Lieutenant Ryan Graves, even reported seeing UFOs every day for at least a couple of years in restricted airspace off Virginia Beach. Graves described these objects as having no visible wings or exhaust plumes, and said they appeared to be aware of the pilot's presence, actively maneuvering around their aircraft. What's more,
seeing a UFO every day is crazy. It's crazy. every day. Now, whoever reported that, I bet that wasn't supposed to get out. I bet that information was leaked to us. You know they didn't want that information getting out.
UAPs were detected on multiple sensors, including radar and infrared cameras, which added credibility to the sightings. Lieutenant Danny Axion, another pilot who encountered these objects, stated that seeing the same anomalies on different sensors solidified the belief that these were real physical objects. The Navy pilots' experiences were unsettling due to the UFO's ability to perform maneuvers that defy conventional aviation technology. For instance, these objects could accelerate and change direction at hypersonic speeds, sometimes appearing as a sphere encasing a cube or in other unidentifiable shapes. These repeated encounters led to the U.S. Navy updating its protocols in 2015 to encourage more detailed reporting and investigation of such sightings. The Navy now treats these incidents with greater seriousness. Should we be worried too? Well, not really. At least, not for now. Number 2. Pentagons Answer. We've seen UFOs, but what's the Pentagon's verdict? Ever since the influx of UFO sightings, the Pentagon has taken significant steps to address reports. In June 2021, the Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a long-awaited report acknowledging 144 sightings of what they now refer to as unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAP, instead of the well-recognized term UFO. Out of these, only one was explained, a deflated weather balloon, while the rest remain unidentified. Of course, this left a lot of room for conspiracy theories. However, despite many people's insistence that these UFOs, or rather UAPs, are extraterrestrials, many also believe these are merely tricks of light, or other real objects and aircraft. The Pentagon's renewed interest in UFOs was partly driven by concerns over national security and flight safety. Many UAP sightings occurred in restricted or sensitive airspaces, raising the possibility of adversary surveillance or other security threats. After all, an unidentified aircraft hovering in the skies doesn't only allude to aliens, they can also mean a threat. Despite the extensive efforts to demystify UAPs, the Pentagon has consistently stated that it's found no credible evidence to support the existence of alien spacecraft or technologies that defy known physics. While acknowledging that some UAPs exhibit unusual flight characteristics, the Pentagon attributes these to potential sensor errors, spoofing, or observer misperception. Despite this denial, many continue to believe that out of all the UFOs and UAPs we've seen, one of them is surely an extraterrestrial spacecraft. And now it's time for today's topic. A passenger filmed a flying UFO. Then this happened. A passenger on a plane allegedly captured this photo. Unlike other UFOs and UAPs, this photo shows a very clear depiction of a mainstream flying saucer often depicted in alien movies. It's shaped like a disc with several lights around it, floating without any visible rotors or engine. But one question comes to mind. Is this really what an alien spacecraft looks like? Let's take a look back in history. The term flying saucer or flying disc was coined in 1947. These discs are often described as silver or metallic objects and are usually covered with navigation lights or surrounded by a glowing light. Although the term was coined several decades ago, UFOs and disc-shaped flying objects have been depicted and recorded since the Middle Ages, such as the 1561 Nuremberg phenomenon. With such a long history and consistency, many are inclined to believe that these saucers are indeed aliens visiting our planet. Or perhaps they're something man-made, something that has been kept hidden from us to this day. What do you think? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and let's keep the discussion going. Number 1. Guess we're in space now. Now this isn't exactly the story of a passenger, but I believe this deserves to be in this video. Did you know that one of the first U.S. citizens to ever reach outer space did it arbitrarily and by complete accident? This is the story of Joe Walker, a test pilot for NASA and the North American X-15, an experimental rocket-powered aircraft. On July 19, 1963, during Flight 90, Joe Walker made history by piloting the X-15 to an altitude of 66 miles, thus crossing the Kármán line, which is the internationally recognized boundary of space. If you break through this altitude, it means you're technically in space. The X-15 program was operated jointly by NASA and the U.S. Air Force from 1959 to 1968. The mission aimed to explore the outer limits of hypersonic flight and space travel. Joe Walker's flight on July 19, 1963 was originally planned as a research mission to test the aircraft's capabilities. Yes, the aircraft was designed to break through the Kármán line, but Walker was only meant to perform a test, and yet he pushed the X-15 to its limits. During the flight, the X-15 reached a maximum speed of 3,711 miles per hour and an altitude of 347,800 feet. The mission lasted about 12 minutes from launch to landing, with the rocket engine burning for approximately 85 seconds. With this altitude, Walker became the first ever civilian to accidentally reach outer space.